The word psycho is used in popular media to describe both psychotic people and psychopaths. The problem is that psychotic means something totally different than psychopathic. Crime shows and content mix up these words. They'll say psychotic killer when they meant to say psychopathic killer. Using the wrong term can lead to increased stigma against an already stigmatized people group with psychotic mental illness. So as someone who personally lives with the disability of psychotic mental illness, let me clarify the definition. Psychotic, known as schizophrenia and spectrum and other psychotic disorders in the DSM-5, have this criteria: delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, grossly disorganized or catatonic behavior, and negative symptoms. In general, it means someone who has lost touch with reality due to hallucinations, delusions, and disorganization. Now, I have no personal experience with being a psychopath, so I'm only going to read exactly what's in the DSM-5. Psychopathic or antisocial personality disorder, as the DSM calls it, is used to describe someone who violates the rights of others. The way a person with antisocial personality disorders violates the rights of others is also listed in the DSM. They engage in events that can lead to criminal arrest, they can lie and manipulate for self-amusement, impulsive behavior. They frequently assault others, they disregard the safety of self and others, they're irresponsible, and they lack remorse for their actions. So here's a side-by-side comparison. Psychotic refers to someone out of touch with reality via delusions or hallucinations, and someone who's psychopathic refers to someone who remorselessly violates the rights of others. Because the two very different terms, psychotic and psychopathic, are so commonly mixed up in the media, and especially in crime shows content, people with psychotic mental illness are falsely viewed as criminals or remorseless killers. In reality, I, as a person with psychotic mental illness, am a deeply empathetic, compassionate, law-abiding person who is an asset to a workplace or relationship. Another misconception is that people with psychotic mental illness are psychotic and out of touch with reality all the time. But with the help of antipsychotic meds, I have a firm grip on reality most of the time, and many people can't even tell I have psychotic mental illness. While psychopaths are defined by violating others, psychotic people are much more likely to be victims of violence than to perpetrate it. For example, when I was psychotic, I had a delusion that certain people were angels. I approached a random person who I thought was an angel at the supermarket and immediately agreed to go home with him. Luckily, my partner stepped in and pulled me away from the guy. I can be gullible like this when delusional, so others can take advantage of me. Also, because I sometimes have trouble processing reality, people may not believe me if I say someone's harming me. I need your help. If you create content, and especially if you create content about crime, please don't mix up the words psychotic and psychopathic. They mean two very different things, and this mix-up contributes to the stigma that psychotic people like me are dangerous when most of us are just trying to live our lives as peacefully as possible. Maybe I'm asking for too much, but it would also be amazing if people could create content that shows people with psychotic mental illness in a positive way. There have been enough shows depicting us as the bad guys. Thanks for your help in this. People with this disability make up only 1% of the population. So we need allies like you to help make a difference. Thanks.